Welcome to Tita Talks. My name is Sonia Tita Puopolo, and I'm your host. It is a great privilege and pleasure to welcome my dear friend, Gary Nader. Gary resides in Miami, Florida, with his beautiful wife, Jennifer, 3 daughters, Vivi, Milla, and Lola, and son, Noah. Gary has created one of the most important legacies of art in the world. In fact, for over 40 years, Gary Nader Fine Art has been regarded as one of the most successful galleries in the world. From his early career as the director of Nader Gallery of Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic in 1981, to his move in the United States to set up a gallery specializing in Latin American art in Miami in 1985, and then in 1992, the opening of Gary Nader Fine Art in Coral Gables was just another step toward expanding his role as a renowned expert in the Latin American art world, as well as establishing several significant art projects and publications. By 2014, Gary announced the foundation of the Nader Museum in Miami. Today, Gary Nader Fine Art has become one of the most extensive galleries in the world, with 55,000 square feet of exhibition space. That includes Gary Nader Private Collection, the exhibition gallery, and the sculpture park. The space presents an extensive number of solo and group exhibitions, showcasing a significant selection of works by well-known Latin American, modern, and contemporary artists worldwide, such as Basquiat, Botero, Rauschenberg, Cárdenas, Carreño, Chagall, Larraz, Lichtenstein, Manet, Matta, Matisse, Miro, Monet, Picasso, Rauschenberg, Stella, Tamayo, Warhol, Zuñiga, among many others. In the presence of art, we may experience inspiration, wonder, and even hope. It can spark our imagination, creativity, and thinking. It can inspire us to feel empathy, joy, in our internal awareness and capacity for transformation can expand through experiences with art. Scientific research has demonstrated how people benefit from exposure to art. Moreover, there are social prescription programs in which doctors prescribe museum visits, art classes, and so forth. Art is healing because it forces you to forge a connection with your mind and your body. Art is healing because it connects humanity with humanity. And today, we are talking about the healing power of art, a self-care tool for you. Welcome to Tita Talks, Gary.
How are you, Tita? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Gary. Gary, today, Gary Nader Fine Art has become one of the most extensive galleries in the world. 55,000 square feet of exhibition space includes Gary Nader Private Collection, the exhibition gallery, and the sculpture park. Tell us what inspired you to create and develop this incredible space in the heart of Wynwood, Miami's exciting art district.
Well, as you know, Miami is becoming a major city, especially when we talk about art. Everybody wants to come to Miami to enjoy our warmth, the mixture of people we have here. And as an art hub, it's getting there since we start having so many art fairs like Art Basel some 20 years ago. So I thought that Miami was going to become a major city in the world since the early 80s when I came here as a child. And I established myself in Coral Gables first. Then I needed a larger space. And when I found the space, there was nothing around here. Now there are like 5 million square feet of construction around me. And, you know, it was a challenge to open a museum and extend the gallery space. And Wynwood was the perfect space for us. We were very lucky to buy this building 20 years ago. And since then, you know, it's been a very successful story. We're very grateful to be here in Miami. The inspiration is actually, you know, the one as always, to promote good art, to bring people together. Because as you said it, art is in our veins, it's in our spirit. Art, it's a part of our history. Art is what really makes our soul. Yeah. If you see all the empires come and go, and the only thing that we have left is what they left as artists. And since the beginning of time, one of the things that I insist the most to people is to bring their children to the museums. Because once you involve children in any type of art activity, music, painting, sculpture, or photography, or architecture, you develop the sensibility of that person more, and they are more aware of who they are, and they're more involved with the community, which is very important. And that's what art is about, is to put people together.
We're currently experiencing the greatest global transformation of our lifetime. And this grand transformation permeates the well-being of every aspect of humankind. Wellness and self-care is at the forefront of this paradigm shift.
Of course.
We can reset our lives, forge a new pathway forward, and live a happier, healthier life. Good health is our most prized possession, generating a positive mindset of confidence, enthusiasm, strength, and joyfulness. And that can trigger a life of optimum achievement. Vibrant health does not happen by luck or chance. One must take the necessary steps to improve their health and well-being. And art elevates mood and encourages mindfulness. When we look at beautiful paintings, the blood flow to our brain actually increases, similar to what happens when we look at someone we love. Art can help you heal emotionally. It can help to boost confidence and make us feel engaged and resilient. And besides these benefits, art, as you mentioned, creates engagement, and it alleviates anxiety, depression, and stress. Gary, the arts can make a powerful contribution to health and well-being. What examples can you give of the beneficial impact that art can have on humankind?
Like, you know, like you said at the beginning, it's very demonstrable that art enhances your life completely. Music, people should listen to music every day. And dance if they wish. And when it comes to plastic arts, painting, sculpture, architecture, or any other type of art, it's very well documented that it helps you live better. And that's why some major cities in the world offer such a vast cultural program.
Yes.
I was talking to our mayor last week, and I was explaining to them that, you know, the most visited cities in the world is because they have an art program, and they have museums, and they have theater, and they have ballet, and they have opera. And without it, we'll be completely lost. The power, the healing power of art is undeniable. Absolutely. You have to find your passion when it comes to art. You have to find what you really like and enjoy it. And again, extremely important in our society is to involve our children.
Yes.
Extremely important, because you're going to create more sensitive people. You're going to create happier people. You're going to create people more involved with their communities. It's easily demonstrable that art should be part of our life if we want to be a happy person.
And art brings people together and builds community. Tell us about the Gary Nader Museum.
Well, that's what we do. You know, we have a museum here. We created the largest and most extensive art collection of Latin American art. Yes. Because it's our goal to create an awareness of how important Latin American art is, from Chile to Mexico. Yes. We have every master and some of the contemporary artists.
Okay.
And the program of the gallery is about that, is to bring people together. Why do we have a 55,000 square feet space? We lend it to non-profit organizations. We lend it to ballet. We lend it to people that wants to even work out and do yoga here. We lend it to Miami Fashion Week, which is another part of art, the art world.
Absolutely.
Fashion is art, of course. And our goal is to bring people together and give the opportunity to people to enjoy first-class art at,
Yes.
as soon as they come in.
I love that. Now, Gary, do you offer any children's programs, art, healing art programs for children, or is that something in the works?
We have invited many non-profit organizations to do their programs here.
Wonderful.
One thing that we don't allow is to bring the children, like the friends of our children. We bring the whole class and we give them a tour of the gallery.
Yes.
We have invited many times special children. We have invited many times to do things with people with needs, which also has been very much demonstrable that
yes,
it helps them a lot and calms them down and is pleasant to their eyes.
Yes.
Listen, art, like I said, it has to be in your life.
Yes.
Imagine a life without art. I mean, you imagine not listening to music,
not
admiring a good sculpture or a painting or the beauty of our architecture or not even being able to hear something amazing to your ears or something amazing to your eyes. Yes. It's what really keeps you going. It's what really makes you happy. It's dopamine on excess when you enjoy and you know how to enjoy art.
Yes, yes. Can you tell us about your recent exhibition, The Woman of Diaspora, featuring the work of Soraya Abu Nabas?
Oh, yes. This is a very important show that I took, that I curated. It's very difficult for women to be included in museums today.
Yes.
Unfortunately, only 5-6% of the art in museums are done by women. And it's even more difficult for women to be successful on their countries. And I choose these 5 ladies, young women also, that have to leave their country to become successful. And that's why I call them women of the diaspora. Rachel Valdez, she's a Cuban artist, lives in Spain. Soraya, she's from Dominican Republic, she lives here.
Okay.
Ana also Valle is from Dominican Republic, she lives in New York.
Okay.
And the other 2 artists are from Argentina, and one lives in New York, and the other one lives in Portugal today. And it's a challenge for us that for museums is not only to do what is easy in the art world. We should have the need, and I do have the need, and I have the challenge, like I said before, to promote things that need to be promoted.
Right.
And women artists need to be promoted because they're women. It's because they're being neglected. And same happens with people from the Caribbean and people of color. And now is our duty to put them at the same level and cut the gap between women and men.
Yes.
Because you're a woman, it doesn't mean you're going to be a lesser artist. On the contrary, there are some great women artists out there. We carry works by almost 50 women.
That's amazing. That's incredible. And you're inspired, I understand, also because you're father to daughters.
I have 3 daughters, of course.
3 daughters. Yes, yes.
Imagine. I have to be a champion of women. I always try to be a champion of women.
That's wonderful.
I tell them that they own the world.
Yes. I love it.
That's the way it is. You see, the gallery has a special program when it comes to minorities, of course.
Yes.
Starting with Latin American art.
Yes.
And we show modern art and contemporary art, like you said, Picasso, Monet, Manet, Matisse, Chagall, Basquiat, Warhol. But the core of the gallery, the collection is Latin American art.
Okay. Gary, you've said, I believe our beautiful city of Miami is the perfect place to marry fine art, music, design, and film from our beloved continent. Tell us about your pledge to contribute $5 million and to have the Nader Museum as the primary sponsor for the Latin Grammys. And
Well, you see, I've been going to the Grammys in Vegas for 20 years. And
yes,
it's a valid place, but
yes,
I noticed all those years that hardly any Latins are there. Mostly Mexicans only because of the vicinity to LA.
yes, yes,
Miami is the major Latin American art capital of the world. We
right,
have Venezuelans, Dominicans, Haitians, Argentinians, Mexicans. We have everybody here.
right, right.
It's a natural space, and I'm always trying to marry art and music, which music is art. I mean, fine arts and music,
Yes,
fine arts and fashion. Like last year, we did 3 fashion shows here for Fashion Week. We're going to do a few shows again. For me to bring the Latin Grammys to Miami, it's important because, you know, and to promote Miami,
right,
because, you know, Miami is my hometown now. I've been living here for 38 years.
right.
And a huge part of my success is been because the people of Miami have endorsed me.
Beautiful.
And have been a great inspiration for me. The city is exquisite place to live. It's a beautiful place to live. We have great hotels. We have great restaurants. We have great venues. We have great. Imagine we have Art Basel. We have Formula One. We have the World Cup coming. We have been, you know, many times the host of the
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. That's what the word is about. If we can have all that, how come we don't have, you know, the Grammys? So I went to the president. I told him, listen, I took them to the city. It's a very expensive project. So I said, listen, we'll contribute with $5 million if you bring them.
Yes.
But it looks like they decided this year to go first to Spain.
Yes.
And then next year we're going to be in a better position to do this for many years. But it's one of our goals. It's one of my goals to bring the Grammys, the Latin Grammys to Miami, because we are the Latin American art capital of the world.
I agree 1,000%. It's the perfect city for the Latin Grammys, Miami. Interesting that they decided to bring it to Spain.
You know, I was promised by the president and some people support that we already have the venue for next year, which we don't have it this year, which was the Miami-Dade Arena.
Yes,
now we're already secure for next year. So we're getting closer.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah.
So a good work in progress. Our philosophy is that true self-care relies on utilizing all 4 pillars of a healthy lifestyle. That's exercise, nutrition, rest, healing, and mindfulness meditation. And when this is our formula for health, happiness, and longevity. When these 4 pillars are in alignment, we can achieve harmony and equilibrium. What is your daily wellness routine, and what self-care tools do you use on a daily basis?
Well, I myself, I try to eat very properly. I don't smoke. I hardly drink. I exercise almost every day, and I enjoy the water a lot. You know, where my children and I are always on the boat, on the jet skis, and practicing water sports. And it's like you said, you know, this is the only house we have. It's our body.
Yes.
And our mind and our body have to be, you know, healthy. Otherwise, nothing else matters. Anything else is an icing on the cake.
It's true.
But it doesn't come free, especially with so much stress, so much happening in the world, so much misery that you see so many people going through tough times. And, you know, if you put your part on it, but the first is you have to take care of your own health to be able to help others.
Yes.
I believe, you know, it's something that I teach my children. They all work out, they all do exercises, they all do play some kind of sports or the other. And it's something that I really, really insist.
Yes.
Even more than any kind of education, or that they eat well, they take care of their bodies, and we try to take care of ourselves. People, if they want to stay healthy, they have to work out. Anyhow, sports,
movement,
meditation, which I do from time to time. Yoga is a fantastic thing to do. And the water is nothing better than the water. I mean, for me, the water is
so healing. Yes. Yes. So do you do a lot of boating? Miami's so great for that, isn't it?
I mean, Miami, it's a perfect spot for that. But, you know, anywhere you're going to be, you can work out.
Yes, it's true.
You can run, you can do so many things. You can go to the gym, you can play tennis.
Yes.
But you have to move. If you stay still, it's not going to help you.
Yes, movement. We like to say when we talk about exercise.
The stress of your body too.
Yes.
And art also helps you a lot to be healthy.
Yes, yes.
listen to music, and visit the museums.
What does the healing power of art, a self-care tool for you, mean to you?
Listen, it's like I said, it's our soul.
Yes.
Our communities are based on art, because without it, we're completely lost. What else are we going to enjoy? Involved any kind of art activity in your lives,
Yes.
I guarantee you, you'll be a happier person. 100% guarantee it.
You're such an amazing and great inspiration to us, Gary. Who and what inspires you?
Who inspired me? Well, you know, my family. You know, I'm a family man. I lived with my parents and my brothers and sister, an amazing childhood. And that's all I try to do, try to teach my children to be happy. I don't want them per se like successful or rich or well-known or famous.
Yeah.
That's not what we teach. We want to raise happy children, good people.
Yes.
And my wife and I, you know, work very hard for it, and we've been extremely successful at that. We are proud parents, and you know, we try to cooperate with our community as well.
Yes.
Inspiration. My biggest inspiration are my children, and you know, I have to emulate my parents. They are the best parents in the world.
Yes.
And there, everything else, it just comes easily. It's not easy to be a father today, as you know. There are a lot of challenges there.
Yes.
But we've been very blessed. We have 4 magnificent children that listen to us still. And I heard somebody said the other day that they asked him what was it to be successful, and he said, "You are successful when your children are old and they still visit you."
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know, that when they're old, they still come and visit me.
Yeah.
I know they will, because they love it. We have a blessed family. And that's my inspiration. And I hope that we can teach people, you know, the family is the main thing in the world, and we should protect our families and take care of our families.
So important.
Everything else will come along.
So important. Was there ever one artist that you said, like that's sort of what inspired you to be, to surround your life with art? Or was it like, what was that moment that you knew this is your destiny?
I was blessed enough that my uncle had a gallery in Haiti, and I visited very young. And then my parents opened a gallery when I was 9 years old.
Yes.
Because I love to be with my father, I went to the gallery almost every afternoon, and I was selling art since I was 11 years old.
I love it.
You know, the tourists used to come and look at me, who's this kid selling me something, and it was fun to me.
Yes.
You know, artists, specific artists, not really. I mean, I have some favorite artists like Matta, Picasso, Botero, of course. Since I started going to galleries and museums, and I noticed that I had a photographic memory. I noticed that I recognize, and people start following my advice, and that's why we've been so successful, because, you know, the people that we advise on the art that we've bought for a lot of people and have been increasing in pricing and been increasing in importance, have been increasing in museums. And look what's happening with Latin American art. When we opened the first Latin American art gallery in the world, which was in Miami, there were no books. There were no art anywhere to find.
Yes.
And, you know, every museum collects Latin American art. Every major gallery in the world represents one or two artists from Latin America. Yes. And there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of books. So the work we've done for Latin American art, and we keep doing, we can say it's been very successful. We're very pleased with it.
Yes. Well, it's an incredible legacy, what you've built and what you've built, what you will continue to build as well.
I have to thank people like you, because, you know, you and your parents are big collectors of ours, and I have to thank the people that respect what we were doing and follow our advice. I mean, we don't do anything alone. Yeah. People, you know, like everything, nobody does anything by themselves. Yeah. We did this with our community and with the international community that follow our advice, and we're very pleased with it. Very pleased.
Yeah, it's having vision of what can be. And I think that is extraordinary. That's extraordinary. I'm inspired by that as well.
Yeah, you have to have a vision. When you come to do something, it's what I also tell my children. You have to set yourself a goal and have a vision of how you want to help.
Yes.
How you want to create something different, how you want to be a part of the community. Yeah. Because if it's only for you, it's not going to work. It might work money-wise, but it's not going to make you a better person, a happier person. You have to have a lot of people involved, and you have to thank the people that help you.
Yes.
It's a community work. Everything you do is community work, especially in the art world.
Yes.
Especially in the art world. And that's why it's so beautiful too.
It really is. And I think that today, now more than ever, people can benefit, given COVID, given everything what people have gone through, people can benefit from going to your museum and seeing the art. And you've made the art that you have around you not only available for the people who could afford this very incredible works of art, these credible masterpieces, right? But you've made it available for people who maybe aspire to that. And I think that is...
And that's why it's so important to visit the museums. Museums,
yes.
A lot of museums are almost free.
Yes, absolutely.
You have the opportunity to admire things that's why museums are so important, because they teach how to admire art. They make you get involved. And galleries are free. You can visit the galleries. If you don't have money to buy the art, doesn't mean you cannot enjoy it. The artists don't create art for rich people and put it in private walls.
Yes.
They create masses because, it's what makes the art world goes, of course.
Right.
And that's what we do. But the art is for the masses. It's not for the few.
Yeah.
That's why we have such a big space, so people can come and enjoy it too.
You have the most extraordinary space.
Thank you.
Science-based evidence shows that the more wellness and self-care tools and techniques you have, and the more positive daily habits you embrace, then the more you not only learn about yourself and what works best for you in your life, but the happier life you will live. It is about empowering yourself with the skills to live a happier, healthier, and a more harmonious life. I want to share an excerpt from my book, Sonia's Ring, 11 Ways to Heal Your Heart. Physical and spiritual well-being is necessary for life and growth. It is what helps to keep us alive, maintains and nourishes love, faith, hope, perseverance, compassion, and kindness. And art is part of that, spiritual well-being. All of this is available for you. So reach out and grab what is yours. Gary, is there any particular message that you would like to make sure we communicate and share with our worldwide audience?
First, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be in your program. I really congratulate you.
Thank you.
It's very nice that you're doing this. Listen, like I said before, bring the children, get them involved in art. It's very, very important. More than anything else. The art world will help you. The art world will enhance your life. Music, fine arts, architecture, you name it. Yes. Get your children involved, and you're going to create better people.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. Thank you for joining us on Tita Talks, Gary. Thank you for discussing the healing power of art, a self-care for you. For more information, then please go to www.wellnessworldusa.com and www.titatalks.com. Follow us on Instagram at Wellness World USA, at Tita Talks Official, at We Love Tita Talks, and at Sonia Tita Puopolo. And for more information about Gary Nader, then visit www.GaryNader, GaryNader.com, and follow Gary on Instagram at Gary Nader, at Gary Nader.
Thank you, Tita.
Thank you so much, Gary.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
Bye-bye.